I am an American. I have an Irish and a German ancestry. First and foremost, I am an American, not a German American. I'm an American with German descent. I am not. I'm really getting tired of people being African American, or German American, or Polish American, or are they American or first, or are they American second? Now.
All right, I assume that's directed at you, Steve. American first, American second. You said the group itself celebrates its European heritage.
Yeah, KSS, we're very pro-American, but you got these groups like the NAACP, and they consider themselves African American. You got Asian American groups, Latino American groups. So European Americans got to have their own.
But I think American in that case is the common denominator. I mean, you're saying European American heritage for yourself.
Yeah, well, the same groups are being divisive just as that, but they don't get labeled as the racist or supremacist like we do. So we're looking for a fair, level playing field. If you're going to call us a hate group, then you should call them a hate group. We're basically the same thing.
But again, if I want to join the NAACP, I can. Yeah. I can apply. It would probably be considered unusual, but I certainly can. I know you said there's no minorities in your group. That doesn't probably shock anybody. But also something I thought was unusual on your website is women can't join.
Yeah, women can't join. Well, there's been a lot of, I don't want to make it sound sexist, but there has been, if somebody's like married and they join the KSS and they get divorced, then you have like a big rift if there's two members that are KSS and they're married and you guys decide.
So for political reasons you're not allowing women?
Yeah. That was the rules when I joined, and that's the way they stayed.
I mean, when you do that and you exclude minorities, Steve, I mean, of course people are going to say you're sexist and racist.
No, we're not sexist. We love women. My woman supports me. We got women support groups that support us, in other ways. But as far as joining the KSS itself, we figured, it's best just to leave it all men.
Let's go to Brian from Mount Carmel. Brian, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi, Brian. What's your question or comment tonight?
I just have a comment that, I mean, skinheads seem to be one of the groups that are generally singled out, when it comes to just cultural groups. And I agree with this gentleman. I mean, I don't see the Black Panther Party, holding open arms to any white people that would want to join. And
but they're considered a hate group as well, Brian. They are considered. They're listed on the hate groups right next to Keystone State Skinheads.
But I mean, I guess what I'm saying is, the gentleman prior said about being American and all of that, but we need to go back to some of the old ways, and we need to change some things in the way Philadelphia is and the way some of these other towns are. I mean, I think we need to kind of regroup a little bit and try to, instill some of the moral values that I think are lost along the way. And I agree with some of the things this gentleman's saying here tonight.
Well, let me ask this. No one wants to see their community be turned over to crime and to drugs. That's something simple. Why the Keystone State Skinheads instead of the Guardian Angels or a neighborhood watch group?
Well, Guardian Angels, they fail to see what's actually causing the crime. The FBI crime statistics say blacks only make up 13% of the population, but well over 50% of all homicides, all violent crime is committed by blacks. You look at Philadelphia and Detroit, and the NAACP, they foster...
But you're also looking at cities there that have major African American and black populations.
Yeah, but it's coming over here. The gangs are primarily causing the crime. Bloods, Crips.
So wait a second.
MS-13.
Is it your precedent? Are you arguing that if there was no blacks and Latinos in the neighborhoods, there would be no crime?
I don't want to say there wouldn't be any crime, but the crime would be less considerable. Because the groups like the NAACP, they failed to find pragmatic solutions why there's a high violent crime rate in their communities. They try to blame it on white racism.
So you think it would be less? You think it would be significantly less?
Oh yeah, it would be less. Look at
and you don't view that as racist?
It's not racist. It's the truth. If you look at the FBI, the FBI racist. They're the one that put out the statistics that blacks.
Let's see what Chris thinks. Chris, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you. What's the gentleman's name with no hair?
That would be Mr. Steve Smith.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, how's it going?
Listen, it's a pleasure to speak with you. I have a couple little questions, okay?
Okay.
Now, are you a racist?
Well, what's your definition of racist?
Well, I guess, pro-white.
Yeah, I'm pro-white, yes.
Okay. And then, so then you're just for just white supremacy?
No, white supremacy. White supremacy is a term that you want to rule over other races. I don't wish to rule over other races. I wish, be left alone, live and let live.
Okay. Another question, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to.
Okay.
Are you guys Christian?
Personally, no, I'm not a Christian. I'm an atheist, but we have members that are Christian.
Uh-huh. Well, first, my 2 cents is you need Christ as your Lord and Savior. But beyond that, we'll go one step after that. Do you have any children?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think the greatest gift you can give them is?
A nice future to live in a clean, safe, and productive community.
All right, we're gonna move on. She's asked several questions. I want to get some email here. We have one from Jim from Kingston. We talked about women. We talked about minorities. He would like to know how the Keystone State Skinheads feel about gay and lesbian population in the valley.
Personally, I'm against homosexuality. I think it's a personal dislike for me.
That's your personal dislike.
Yeah.
What's the organization stance on it?
Pretty much the same as mine. There's nothing. People doing their bedrooms, behind closed doors. What am I going to know about? When they go out in there and parade it around like it's a healthy lifestyle, what's next? A child molester?
But people disagree with you, and you go out and you hold banners.
Well, wasn't homosexuality considered like a perversion? What's next? Child molesters?
But you're an atheist, so there's no biblical perversion for you then.
Well, I just don't believe that all them stuff in the Bible is true. It's just my personal opinion.
Rebecca from Dunmore, welcome to the show, Rebecca.
Hello, thank you so much. It's not so much a question, it's more of a comment that I have at this point. I've actually gone on and I've seen the Keystone State website, and I actually reviewed it and checked it, and I didn't see anything that was so much hateful. I saw something that was trying to bring us as a European American. I'm an American with European descent. And it's trying to educate you on how to be more proud of yourself as of your heritage. There's signs with their banners holding up that say, preserve your heritage. I honestly feel that that's something that we should have today. We should be proud of our heritage. We're American first, but we do have descent that we need to be proud of. I saw nothing at all which instilled me to go out and commit any type of hate crime or any type of racist, indications whatsoever at all. I mean, I'm not saying that they aren't exclusively towards pro-white activities. But, I mean, if you were saying earlier you wanted to join the NAACP, you certainly could fill out the application and join. But it would be something that wouldn't be exactly widely accepted. And the other gentleman was mentioning the Black Panthers. Well, certainly, I could never join the Black Panthers. I mean, it's not something that would be accepted.
Well, and like we said, the Black Panthers are considered a hate group as well on the list. We'll talk more about this in the Keystone State Skinheads when we return. It is time for us to take a break. Before we go, let's stop by the news desk and check in with Candace.
Let's get a check on our web poll. Tonight we're asking, do you think the media has unfairly stereotyped skinhead organizations? Here's how you're voting right now. 41% are saying yes, 54% are saying no, and 5% are unsure. We'll keep this poll up all night, so head to pahomepage.com to get involved with our interactive topic. Stick around. WYOU News at 6 starts in 2 minutes.
It's all about you with WYOU Interactive.
Welcome back. Our interactive topic, an inside look into a skinhead group. Our guest tonight, the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Regional Director of the Keystone State Skinheads, Steve Smith. And Steve, we've been talking for the last hour or so. A lot of calls, a lot of emails on the group. Golden Eagle emails us this. The skinhead guy is right. If a white person had a shirt that said proud to be white on it, they would call him a racist. But if a black guy had a shirt that said proud to be black, it would be fine. Joanne from Honesdale writes, black pride or gay pride is needed because for so long these groups have been oppressed and discriminated against. White power is redundant because it exists anyway. Vicky writes us this. If this guy is trying to improve his group's image, he's doing a really poor job. Tim emails this. I hear the KSS started some trouble at Cafe Metropolis a couple of years ago, going into the club and giving the Sig Heil salute during a set of a band with a black singer, the result of which was a fight resulting in the stabbing of 2 people. Does the guest have any comments on that?
No, it wasn't. The KSS wasn't involved with that.
KSS wasn't involved with that.
The thing what happens with all these crimes, everybody thinks the skinheads in Pennsylvania, they just automatically think Keystone State Skinheads because we're the biggest group in Pennsylvania. So if anybody else is dressed like a skinhead and they get into trouble, they automatically link to the KSS.
Now, we've been talking last hour. A lot of people say it's a hate group. You say it's not, but we've discovered women can't join, minorities can't join. You're out there putting flyers talking about white flight. I mean, it comes across racist, Steve. It really does.
The Loyal Order of the Moose don't allow, only allows whites in. Are they considered a racist group because they got a social club and they don't allow non-white races in there? We just want freedom of association. very few non-whites would join a pro-white organization because they, you know.